Reddit. But without further ado, we're gonna jump into this coaching session. You mute myself in Discord, now following on the stream. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine. Let the public humiliation begin. Oh, Lord. I hope it doesn't go exactly that way. We'll find out, though.
Legion Commander.
Tide Hunter.
This isn't ranked. Okay, good.
Drow Ranger.
Ruvik.
Oh, it fucking did the thing again!
Legion Commander.
Alright. Excited for some Dota. I'll turn the cam on again in a second.
Shadow Fiend.
It looked like you were struggling on your decision on who to pick.
Prepare for battle.
Were you not confident on this on the Shadow Fiend decision? Because that's kind of what that implies a little bit to me. Now, immediately when I'm looking at this matchup here, I'm thinking that there's two people that you could be going against in mid. One much more likely than the other. Okay? And that's going to be Zeus. Like, it's going to be very likely that you're going to be going against Zeus in mid. This is going to make you struggle so hard. You need to have a salve. 100%. You're going to need to have tangos also, probably. Or at least like one or two pooled tangos to you. First 115 gold, you need to get a salve coming out to you. Oh, unless it's Drow Ranger mid, and then I'm a complete liar about everything. But it's probably not going to be Zeus mid. Yeah, the original, these item decisions is a little bit wonky. You really want to get things like, I mean, if you don't know what to get, you're always okay getting 2 branches, a circlet, and tangos. You're always okay with that, because that gives you 4 stats across the board. You can always use it to immediately get a magic wand. You can plant the branches into trees and eat them for double regen. A lot of opportunities there. Yeah, don't do the Tortellini build. Don't do a 6k MMR build. Do one that works at 2k. We gotta be a little bit more realistic, because those high-level builds that you're looking at are going to be much more indicative of people that are mechanically more sound and mechanically are going to be more consistent with good positioning and stuff like that too. And I'm not trying to make prejudices of having the thought that that's going to happen in this game, because I'm not. But just in the grand scheme of things, it's generally better to go with things that are a little bit easier to execute, that have more room for error than this build here, because it looks like, you know, you're going to need to get a salve ASAP and then have it ferried out to you, probably. So, like, you get 2 last hits, you get a salve coming. And then from there, you're working towards your bottle. That's kind of where my head's at.
You just need to believe.
Yeah, so my thoughts right now is He's going to have a skirmish at the rune. And he's already going to be at a deficit of HP. Zeus has tangos. He didn't go the clarity really aggressive build, because if he did, then you'd be even in like a worse spot, because if Zeus is good with his positioning, you'll never hit him. I mean, you gotta hit him with max level raise if you actually want to hit him, you know? Because he could just stand really far back and just arc lightning and get all the last hits. Okay, Spirit Breaker charging up. They're going on the Drow Ranger. 2 initiating in on Drow. Your screen positioning is terrible. You need to be looking a little bit more at what your team's doing over here. But you're tunnel vision on the rune, which is fine because you ideally want to maybe capitalize on the kill. So you secure the rune, now you're looking in. And yeah, he totally just fed his body to them. Hopefully he can deny himself to the tower. And it's not really a deny. No, but he is going to go down. So is bottom runes there also? No, bottom rune's gone. That went to them. But okay. So I still would have grabbed a salve and had that come out to you, though. That was not an effective trade. And this is all mechanics. Let's see how you do. They're still screwing around here, and I'm surprised you haven't, like, even, like, peeked a gander. Oh, but you still missed your last hit. So, like, it's fine if you're gonna not observe what's going on, but you gotta get these last hits. Every single one of these matters. There's no one here. That's you versus Dota. Good. Good. Alright, so that was a waste of mana. That was a waste of 180 mana. You didn't accomplish anything with that. That also a waste. So you just burned down 200... Yeah, you just burned down all your mana for nothing. I think you got one last hit out of that, and maybe a little bit of harassment damage. And he has tangos. You don't have any clarities or anything. So now, you're not going to have mana for level 2 raise, or level... And, like... Look at the damage difference between level 1 and 2. And your mana cost is the same. So, effectively, by you spamming out all your spells at level 2 before you were at level 3, you don't have any of your mana to cast it at level 3, when it's much more effective. Level 1 raise is almost worthless. The only time I would ever use level 1 raise is to get a last hit and harassment at the same time. Like, level 2 raise and onward, I would probably use just to get a last hit. Or, excuse me, just to get harassment, but for the first level, absolutely not. And this Zeus isn't pressuring you at all, as I was anticipating a Zeus being much more aggressive on you. In theory, at least. So, he's not doing a very good job himself.
Well, that would be a tribute.
Zeus doesn't want to use his spells, man. Whatever. Stacking mana for limit break. Yeah, so he's still had a Spectre in the game. You got your bottle coming on the courier, though. That's great. Alright, so now he's finally using his spells. You're auto-attacking the wave down. So now here are at 250. Something you could have done in this situation, recognizing that there wasn't going to be any immediate last hits for Lilith, is that you could have come over here. Oh, never mind. Nick was there. Wait, what? 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 I'm sorry. What? There's no reason... There's no reason that Zeus should have died anytime. Anytime now. Okay, I gotta... I mean, good on you to capitalize on him having bad positioning and also making bad decision-making in terms of his movement, but... That was pretty silly. That was pretty freaking silly. So right now, 320, the wave's relatively pushed up. You could use your bottle, guarantee that the wave is pushed up in order for the 4-minute to be able to secure a rune. Alternatively, you could also just have the wave pushed up, fall into the jungle and then stack a camp up 340. Because right now, you're not doing anything. You're sitting back, he spammed out all his mana. You could have used this time to go into the jungle, and then you could have stacked a camp, and then you could have gone for the top rune. At the same time as going for the top rune, you could have the courier coming out to you with the boots of speed. And if for some reason you weren't able to secure the rune here at top, you'd already have the courier coming with your boots, so you could bottle crow and send your bottle back. And this would be because you're stacking here, then moving there, then coming back here. And then that's how that would all kind of play out. And also, you need a freaking magic wand. You're going against a Zeus, buddy. Doesn't matter if you think that Enigma's going to take all the jungle, you just go take it. You're a Shadow Fiend. Go in there, take a stack camp, stack up a camp, and clear it. Whatever. You could do it so fast. Just do it. Oh, you're going to die here. Really? No? Zeus? You're really doing risky business here. Why are you doing this? Zeus is not... Why is Zeus not trying to kill you? He could just... I mean, you've got double raise, but, like, that's not enough. Well, you just used him on creeps and not harassment. You gotta really look to have it so that your raises are getting last hits and harassment at the same time. So if you get a Wraith Band, that kind of implies that you're going to get an Aquila. And you've got a Belt of Strength back at the base. Is this all the build that you were just, like, using, though? I don't know. Shadow Fiend gets a lot of benefit out of an Aquila. You know, the stats, the mana regeneration, a little bit more armor, all over. It's good. I mean... That isn't necessarily the most effective thing that you want right now, because you still need this damn magic stick, magic wand, because Zeus is just going to keep burning down all of your HP. And at the same time, it would keep your mana up also, so you'd get a double benefit out of it.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack!
Top is missing.
Top is missing. Alright, so let's back this up a little bit. Let's see how this all panned out, because this doesn't make any sense to me. Invis. Okay. So here's the first thing that we can work on. So when you proc an Invis, you have enough time to use the bottle charge once before the fade duration fully commits to make you invisible. So remember that for the future. So you hit Invis and then you hit the bottle charge one more time. And you're good. Because this should be an easy kill. You missed your raise, and that's what killed you. You could have just been right on top of him, right click, and then you hit him with your Q, like your easiest raise, the closest raise. You're invisible. You could have even opened with the raise, but it would have been better to do right click, raise, right click, but that should have been an easy kill. So we got treads, that's awesome. Are you gonna wait for a TP scroll? That's kind of what I think. Back to mid lane. You should deny all of these creeps. So 740, your lane's pushed up. Right now you want to look to go to the jungle and stack a camp. And then secure the top rune. And I can see that you're just looking to secure the top rune. Because also you could have just come back mid and then raise that out twice.
Killing spree. Dominating. Make that 2.
Radiant's middle tower is
Alright, so
under
you're
attack.
pressuring the tower, that's good, but you don't really have any knowledge where everyone is. You know where Zeus is now.
May the
Again,
drow
840.
Keep you safe.
You're backing, you should be going to the jungle and stacking a camp for yourself, and then clearing it. You can stack both of these at the same time. So like you, as a Shadow Fiend, can run back here, right-click this camp, run over here to here, hit this with a raise, and then stack them both. Even if you don't have that tree cut down, you can do that.
You can't run from heaven.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
All of these raises are inefficient. You should be using 2 raises to kill all 4 creeps. If you're using raise at all.
Attack.
So again, we're at 950 right now. You can see that the enemy is postured 2 in mid. So ideally for you right now, you'd want to back up and go for top rune. This, you saw. There's no way you couldn't have seen this. Look. Let's back up again. Do you not see both of them on the minimap? And here, let's go again. Let's see how long you have to watch and see this happen.
Tower is under attack.
So you know that Zeus is there. So 940, you were already going up towards the top rune. And then you come back mid. Yep, you can see from here. So... And yeah, you're doomed now.
An acceptable amount of murder.
The lanes are lined with the likes of you.
Minimap awareness is very important.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So one of the benefits of you being able to watch me watching you is that you can see where my eyes are, and I'm watching it from the perspective of if I were playing as you right now with your screen positioning as such as this, my eyes would be looking at these things. Also, these raises are really inefficient. You only need 2 raises to kill a whole creep wave. And I'm going to keep reminding you of that too. And you could be doing more right clicks before you're doing the raises also. You don't need to burn down that much mana if there's no one nearby. With the mana raise cost increased to 90 from previously being less, like, every raise counts. Every raise counts.
Tower has fallen.
Why is it showing that? Oh, Rubik is charging you? Oh my god! Oh my god! What? Oh, that's funny.
Dire's bottom
I wonder which
tower is
raise he
under
stole.
attack.
Good. Oh, you only got 1. Always try to, like, in a situation like that where he's running away from you, always try to land the closest one first. So, like, if you're able to get closer to him so that you're able to get, you know,
Sick. Observe.
this race in,
One of the teams
and then while he's
is
running away
aiming at
further,
data.
get one of the other ones, that would be better.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And, like, you should have been in that whole team fight. You could have probably killed them all. You would have made a really huge difference. I'm gonna actually rewind it and watch the team fight, because you did not. Alright, so
Tower is under attack.
you're tickling him back a little bit right here, right? Okay. 1 raise, miss. You're like, alright, fine, I'm gonna back. You raised again and killed a creep. And then you're gonna go to Taproot. Spectre, level 5, still in here. Rubik, 250 mana. Drow Ranger with Dragonlance, Zeus as well. He dies immediately. Meanwhile, Spirit Breaker, charging in, onto the Rubik, charge on 1. He comes in with the ultimate, doesn't able to connect on it because of the Zeus, Lightning Bolt. And then Rubik steals the charge. So, I mean, your team was just an idiot. Your team were idiots. But, yeah, you being there would have done absolutely nothing. And you shouldn't have used your Invisor in there, recognizing that they were already going to be able to kill you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Monster kill.
So now you're looking at going for a Shadow Blade. And the reason why Shadow Blade isn't going to be very ideal against a team like this, although there's a lot of benefit because you'll probably be able to just be able to punish them because of them being bad with, you know, sentries and dust and stuff. They have a Zeus, so like Lightning Bolt, they'll be able to find you relatively easily. In this game, I think you would have to rush a BKB, but more so than that, you should have probably gotten this as an Aquila a while ago, because that would help you out at least a little bit, and you should also have a magic wand. So that, plus a magic wand, would give you a little bit more survivability and sustain, and then you should be getting an Ogre club and then working towards a BKB. And then from there, you could probably go pretty crazy, but this is a game where you definitely need a BKB ASAP if you want to be effective.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So you're grouping up with the team top for some reason? You just still need to be farming. There's no reason for you to be looking for fighting. Oh. Doesn't matter. Buy your own wards. Buy your own wards. It's 14 minutes, you have 55 last hits. You should have double. Oh man, that was a stretch. Yeah, like you should very easily have double these last hits. Yeah, you're just doomed here. There's nothing you can do about that. But we are going to rewind it and see again.
Tower is under attack.
Because this is how you want to dissect a replay, okay? Especially the team fights. Because we're going to look at your decision making individually. Because we're seeing of how things panned up to where we were. And then we need to see how everything breaks down on a macro prospect of how the enemy came in, how you came in, what information they had, which is this, which is the minimal, what information you have, which is this, which is minimal. And then seeing everything together. That's how you really want to look at it. So, you just wasted a little bit more mana. You need to throw this on agility and then start getting those bottles charges sucked down and get more mana. You don't want to fight with only 9 souls. You're so weak. Your ultimate will do absolutely nothing. Your only raises, and your right click just isn't really there. And now, okay, the lightning bolts are out, and you're definitely in a bad spot over there. I would have gone right up into these trees, and I would have cried also while up in these trees. Going up in those trees would have been 100% the move that you needed to do there. Just run into the trees, force the entire enemy team to try and run into the trees and then fight you in the trees, and then your team can advantageously come in and take advantage. I just used that twice. And then your team can benefit from the fact that they're all clumped up in the tree line with things like Black Hole and stuff like that. And if you're able to get them into the tree line just a little bit enough so that you're out of vision behind the trees like here or something like that, you might be able to get off your ultimate still. Granted, they do have a Zeus, so Zeus could just drop a lightning bolt and still hit you, but that's kind of the way that I would have planned that all out if I would have had my course of action leading me up to where you were. Yeah, and Rubik just bitched about not stealing Black Hole. He still stole it! He still stole it! Enigma TP'd in after
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Enigma didn't cast another spell!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh my god, this Enigma! Alright, I'll give you guys the rewind. Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Here, I'll do it from the perspective of Enigma for you, okay?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Hi! My name's Enigma! I'm gonna rotate out to the lane without casting any other spells yet! And then, there's gonna be a Tide Hunter! He's gonna come up here and he's gonna hit me! And then, I'm gonna hit you! And then, Ravage in the black hole!
I wonder if it feels
There we go.
pound so hard.
That was for you.
I find it deep.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Dude, that's such a big mistake that a lot of players will have, though. At the same time, like, think about it this way. How many times will you die off of a team fight and the last thing you cast was your ult? You know? Oh, you could have killed Legion! If you moved closer before you started doing any raises, if you moved close enough to Legion that you could cast this, your closest raise, excuse me, if you move close enough to Legion that you would hit with your closest rage before you hit with any of your other hits too, then you would have been able to kill her, probably within the duration of the duel as well.
Sick. Twice the number.
So, I'll actually play that back for you to show you kind of how that would work out, or attempt to at least. Doing lots of rewinding in this game, but I think that's beneficial. Okay, so here you are. This is going on. So you would want to get right here before you even bother hitting, because you had the mischance, right? And then here you were misaligned for your raise. So you would have wanted, again, right there? Nope, you would have wanted to get at least right here before you even bothering. Because then you could have hit with your closest raise, a right click, a medium raise, then she would have walked away a little bit further, and then it would have been your longest distance raise. And that would have been an easy kill.
A quantity of murder, both sick innocent lives taken.
What? What? What?
Double slaughter.
Why? Why was that put there? This game is silly, guys. Like, let's be real.
Haste.
So just immediately finish this. you should be able to get to this large camp in time in order to stack it. So like right now you're not going to be able to in time. Agility when last hitting. Strength when fighting. Int when raising. Only be on int when raising when you're farming. Realistically, you shouldn't fuck around with shred swapping like that in these fights if you're inconsistent about it. Because there's so many other big picture things that you need to be worrying about in a fight, aside from your boots.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Because, like, we're missing these raises here, and you're tanking shots from the tower while on int treads also at the same time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
This is
Dire's
nuts.
middle tower has fallen.
See, like, I'm watching the minimap the whole time, and I'm like, man, look at mid. I really wish I would have clicked through and see what's going on in mid. Because you should be gauging whether or not you want to keep pushing and pressuring the tower, or going back to defend. Because if you're checked... Here, I'll break it down the way that I'm looking at it, right? And I'll even freaking pause it to, like, really hammer it in. Here you are, right here. This is the decision. This is the time... This right here is when you decided that you were going to go back without ever even checking mid, okay? Now let's look at this in mid, right? Legion Commander underneath the vision of the tower, so you know that she's initiating. No TP scroll. Tide Hunter, that we can see, has a TP scroll. Zeus, no TP scroll. Oh, god damn it. It being paused. It's fucking shit up. Okay. Yeah, so like you can see no TP scrolls, like these are all things that you want to be recognizing. And then you're deciding to back off, and you've got your Shadow Blade now. I think you should have tried to still apply pressure here to maybe force a rotation. Because if we're going back to free cam now, they're just farming out as a team here. You're not doing anything to build space for your team. If you were out here and you forced one or two people to TP, then that means that, like chess pieces, that they are moving people out over here, which means that they're weaker on this side of the battlefield. So you need to kind of think of building space like that too. And I'm also going to rewind a little bit because I missed some of this fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so we've got Shadow Blade. Alright, you just got hit by that ult. Are you gonna still come out? I would have gone back and healed. There's no reason for you to come in at like 4/5 HP. And you don't even get your ult off because they had vision down, probably. And now you're just immediately leaving the fight. Why are you in here still?
Let me get my arrows back.
Okay.
And then you can die.
Well then, and you're still on int boots too, so these int boots are not doing you well. Strength boots would be much more beneficial for you, because think about it, you're not even getting close to burning out your whole mana pool anyway.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Enigma GG wrong skill level 1. Oh, I didn't even notice that he did that. Alright, you just literally walked in and ulted. That's not gonna do any damage, and then you get dueled and you're dead. This is just full tilt at this point. You don't have sentries down, you know that they have Shadow Blades. You know that they have blink initiations. This is just full tilt at this point. It's pretty clear. Because you don't have any points in your souls. Like if you don't have any souls, then your ult does nothing. It's not even like. Yeah, the damage reduction's cool and all, but that's only if they're already forcing an engagement on you. So like, it's not worth it. You know, it's just not worth it. This is definitely tilt, and you're still in int boots too, so that's really hard because you're just so squishy at this point.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay, pushing out top, that's not too bad. Oh, the jabs from chat. Should have bought arcane boots with how often you're on int boots. Ooh. Ooh. But if you're out this far, you really should have a TP scroll or something like that. And it looks like you're just kind of idled off. And I heard that Shadow Blade proc. Yep, you're dead. So there's a lot of audio cues that you can hear, but not necessarily see. Not that you would have been able to do anything to respond to that, but I mean, in this game, this would have been a BKB then blink sort of game. That's the way that I view this game. BKB then blink. That would have given you some really strong team fighting potential. You'd have to follow up with like really high damage items and stuff like that too. So like you would probably have to go BKB, Blink, Scotty. Or Satanic. Or Satanic. That would be my views of it on this game. Butterfly could also be good for you later. I was using audio. I said audio cues you can hear because it gives context for people who don't know what that means.
Don't quit your day job, Luna.
Not everybody is a native English speaker. Remember, and I still like to talk fancy. Oh, he committed suicide.
Ownage.
Still int. It's still int boots. Is it still int boots for the rest of the game? I don't know.
Yeah, everything is okay. You just need to believe.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, well, I mean, at this point, you're pretty much in a really, really bad spot. Like, I mean, you're checking this now, but it's very, very bad. It's 30k. It's 30k. They just aren't pushing. Wow, it's 30k at 25 minutes, and you just got two-shot. Wow.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Are you guys not enjoying the end of the game? We still got like 5 more minutes of this. Oh no, Lucius, audio cue is fine. It's more that I said audio cue you can hear because it's, you know, it's redundant.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
An acceptable amount of ownage.
Yeah, everything is okay. You just need to believe.
Yeah, this is kind of in a rough spot. If he's deaf, then he doesn't have the sound of someone going into Shadow Blade. I don't know what to tell you on that one. That would make it kind of hard, you know? Still in. Ravage! Two-shot. This Legion. This is just silly. This is just silly. Alright, yeah, this is... Okay, this goes on for... The fact that this goes on for much longer is just retarded. I'm sorry. I don't like using that word either, but...
Yeah, everything is okay. You just need to believe.
Of death, this person is teaching us.
Thorsley, thanks for following! So, Mr. Lost in Space, if you want to rejoin us back on voice, we could chat if you'd like.
Yeah, I suck. Sorry.
So, what are your thoughts about that game?
I should either do tread shifting properly or not bother. And also not be terrible.
I'm just as critical on you as I am everybody else, which is why some people love it and some people hate it.
No, it's alright. I spent like I think the big turning point, like for me in that game, was the drow getting in on me, and actually you pointing out that I'm an idiot for not spotting the drow is actually like, yeah.
Yeah, I hope it was beneficial when I was like breaking down the play-by-play of some of the fights for how you were approaching it and how you could have approached it and stuff like that too.
No, it's brilliant. Thanks very much.
Alright, cool. Now, I mean, this is... A lot of the information that was gone over in this game was, you know, much more specific to this game as a whole rather than just, you know, overall game prospects, although some of those things in terms of just positioning and recognizing spell use and stuff like that, those persist. Itemization was definitely a huge problem in this game, which I think you knew based on what I was saying. I don't know, you just didn't really get your Shadow Blade use very much ever. Yeah, ever. And
No, I felt it came really late.
And if you understand the value of getting the Aquila and the Magic Wand as well, because they both give you more stats, and Magic Wand helps you with your sustain in the lane.
One's amazing against Zeus.
Yeah,
because
it
Zeus
is.
just spams spells.
You know, it's funny. People have told me that before.
Yeah, I think this game, like, I was really wanting to go actually TA, which is a hero that I'm a little bit better at, but it was a random drop game, so TA wasn't available. So it's kind of like I was actually like, I had to pick a mid, but then none of the mids I usually play, of which it's only like TA or Alchemist, really.
Mm-hmm.
So like Shadow Fiend, I'd only played like once or twice before. And like I knew as well when I was playing, like I get confused between like the raises as well, so I'd always use the wrong raise.
Yeah. No, I entirely understand. You know, tricky fingers. It's a little bit of the finesse of Shadow Fiend, which makes it so so good. Do you recall the time where, I guess it was your dire large camp and you were approaching at high ground, and it looked like you probably just right-clicked on her, and you did the one auto attack that missed from the low ground, and then you went up to the high ground, and then you tried to hit and then do a raise, and then they both missed?
Yeah, when the LC hit the
When the
the
LC was in
spec.
the Spectre. Yeah, exactly. So if you just...
Yeah, because
Yeah, you need to recognize your positioning much more so for the raises and the right clicks than just the right clicks. Because if you can get yourself positioned close enough that you can get your closest raise first, then you should always land your second two raises. Because the only thing she's going to do is continue running at you, and then you'll be able to keep right-clicking her ult, or she's going to run away, and then you'll get your medium and your further range raise relatively easy by proxy.
yeah, it's direction and stuff like that. Knowing when to start things.
Yeah, and I mean, I understand Shadow Fiend's a little tricky because it's literally in front of him rather than, like, clicking or something like that. But, hey, it's part of the skill cap of the hero, I guess.
Yeah, all part of learning.
Absolutely. So do you have any questions for me?
Nothing in particular, like, you know, like you covered during the thing, like all the big major points, as well as giving everybody in stream a laugh.
Well, I mean, everyone is giving you valuable feedback too. So it's like the type of loving community where we're laughing with you. Because I know you're laughing at this now too. Because you're not playing in it. Because when you were playing it, I know you were salty. I could tell so fast in. I could see the tilt and salt. We all saw it. Believe me. But the fact that we're all laughing at it now, especially the fact that you saw that drow rotate in night as day, you're on int boots 3/4 of the game, like, you'll never forget these sorts of things, and it will make you a better player.
Yeah. Well, you got to be honest. That Enigma did suck.
But it doesn't matter, though. Doesn't matter. In all of your games, in all of the games that you are playing, I promise you, you could win them by yourself. If you have like your mechanics down, you could win 100% of your games by yourself. Because all of those people in your game are just as bad as Enigma. Including you.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I'm terrible.
Well, that could be a way that you might want to look at it that makes you feel more optimistic of playing. Instead of thinking of yourself as bad, think of everyone else being just as bad as you. And you will be the champion of them. You will be the divine salvation.
I think, what was it? I watched a video by a guy called Sir Action Slacks, and he was basically like, you know, you got to keep your idiots alive, and that's how you win games.
I'm very familiar with Mr. Action Slacks.
Yeah, like I say, like, mid's not my usual role, and like there are better mids that I am with. But I mean, Shadow Fiend, he is quite fun actually. There was another game I had maybe a couple of months ago where I was really behind. Like I lost mid so hard, but just suddenly out of nowhere, I managed to get like a triple kill just by kill stealing. I don't know how, but and then suddenly I was like back in the game.
Doesn't take much. Alright, cool. Well, guys, if you haven't already...
Thanks very much.
You are very welcome, sir. Thank you. Well, guys, if you haven't already known...
Blimey!
Holy fucking
This is
fucking
just
fuck!
because I like what you do. Keep it up and good work.